Pat and I both learned something in our lives that I hope will become obvious to you. The more you feel sorry for yourself, the worse your life gets. I call it the circle of pity, and the bigger it gets, the harder it is to get out of. How much have you done to feed your circle of pity? If you answered yes to most of the points at the beginning of this chapter, then you are feeding it 4-course meals on a regular basis. As soon as we start feeling sorry for ourselves, we make sure there is no room for change in our lives. Even if you are given the biggest chance in the world, you will not see it if you are wrapped up in self-pity. It's easy to remain a sad bastard. I know, because I was one. Right up until my 40s, I let all those years of neglect and childhood abuse dominate my life. It took me years to throw off my victim mentality, because it took me years to realize how damaging it was. But I did it, and you can too. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Even today, I still look back and think, bloody hell, Johnny, you did it. There are some things I've learned that might help you begin. I'm not expecting you to make big changes all of a sudden. The whole point of starting with 3% is that it allows you to make small changes that you can build on at your own pace. Give yourself a new label. People who think in a positive way believe that you become what you think you are. If you think you are a self-pitying drunk bastard, then you will stay one. If you think you are the ugly best friend, then you will continue to be. These are all the sorts of labels that victims give themselves. Today is the day you give yourself the label for what you want to become. Slim career girl? Thoughtful dad? Get rid of destructive behavior. This includes removing yourself from friends and others who aren't going to help. I'm not saying wipe out your current life, but think about how you can be around people who support you. Anyone who does any sort of class, for example, is bound to be interested in improving themselves. These are good people to be around. In my case, I had to stop drinking and fighting. It didn't happen overnight, but it did happen. Act instead of talking about it. Remember, no more excuses. I know this won't be easy, but here's a tip. Next time you find yourself about to complain to your best friend yet again about your relationship, change the subject. Do not even allow her to ask about it. Just say you're working on it. Then go off and work on it. I went through a lot of twists and turns to get the big issue off the ground, but I stuck with it. I just kept adding that 3% on gradually. Don't compare yourself to others.